Welcome to Johnny's World.
Hi, welcome back to Johnny's World. Today I wanted to give everyone a quick update on my grafts I did starting from September. Here's a graft I did of a reed on September 10th. And as you can tell, this has taken and it's just flowering, it's just leafing out like crazy. And it's looking really good. Now, there's another graft I did in late September, and that was a lambhas, and that actually leafed out, and that's looking really good. I gave that away, so I don't have that with me. And here's the other graft I did. It spans from like late September to October to November. And here are some of them, and a lot of them, they're still green, and especially with the ones I did earlier on with the plastic grafting tape, I just had to take some off. So here's two grafts I did in September, which I unwrapped the plastic grafting tape yesterday, and look, it just already died. I thought it was 2.5 months. No, it's like close to 3 months, and I thought that it'd be okay, and unfortunately they died. But other ones I did, this is a reed I did on October 17th, and this looks really green, as you can tell. And just based on unwrapping the other two right there yesterday, I'm gonna leave this plastic grafting tape on just because it's green. I'm not gonna risk it dying. And there's other grafts I did. I unwrapped the grafting tape and it's still green, and those haven't leafed out yet, so I'm still waiting for those to leaf out. Now here are ones I did in November, and this is the ones I did with buddy tape. So as many of you know, I've only been grafting for the past few months, and I've had some success. I had a lot of failures. I had a lot of grafts that died as well. But if you're a beginner and you're grafting avocado, I would definitely use buddy tape or parafilm, and I would skip this plastic grafting tape just because I ungrafted one of the plastic grafting tape yesterday, and I think it was this one, and I realized it was choking the grafts. So I would actually avoid the plastic grafting tape like this, and if you're a beginner, start with either buddy tape or parafilm, and because both buddy tape and parafilm disintegrates on its own, so you don't need to check on it and worry about the grafting tape choking the grafts, and you don't have to take it off. It'll just disintegrate on its own. Now, I do have a lot of grafts I did, like this one right here. This one I actually use grafting tape on the bottom to connect the two pieces together, the scion wood and the original stem. But I covered it with this plastic bag and I just tied it. And as you can tell, this is really green too. Hasn't leafed out yet, but this I grafted on October 14th. So it's still green. But just because these two I just unwrapped yesterday and these were late September grafts, I'm going to still keep this plastic bag over it. But as you can see, it's still nice and green. It hasn't leafed out yet. So I was wondering, and I'm trying to see if there's a way I could just get these grafts to leaf out faster. So I've done a few experiments. One is putting a graft, and this is also another graft I did, and I unwrapped the plastic grafting tape, and it's still green, so, but it hasn't leafed out yet. So I unwrapped the grafting tape and I'm putting it in this Ziploc bag and I'm covering it. And I'm wondering if this greenhouse effect will cause it to leaf out faster. I don't know. And here's other grafts I've done in November. So these are grafts I did in November 15th. I used buddy tape for this. I don't even worry about these. The buddy tape will disintegrate on its own, so I don't have to check on it. They all look green, and we'll see. It's only been a month and maybe a month and a half. Still green, and I'm thinking it's because of the cool weather, the winter time, that's not leafing out as fast. But this too I did in November, mid-November, and it's still green, hasn't leafed out. And like I said, I used buddy tape for this. If you use buddy tape or Parafilm, you don't even have to worry about it. It's just gonna, the tape's just gonna disintegrate, and when it leafs out, it's just gonna pop out on its own. It's just when you use grafting tape like this, you have to kind of come back and see if the grafting tape's choking the graft or if it's leafing out, so you can remove the plastic grafting tape. But we'll see. This is an experiment I'm doing. See if it's gonna make any difference for this to leaf out faster. So I just covered it entirely, and I water it from time to time. And then I just cover the bag again, see if this greenhouse effect makes a difference. This I'm just gonna leave until it leafs out, because I could see it at least. So the only thing I have to worry about is the plastic grafting tape that joins the initial rootstock to the scion wood, just so it doesn't choke it. But I don't have to worry about anything else, and I'll know when it leafs out or not. But it still looks really green. So here's another experiment I'm doing just to see if I could get these grafts to leaf out faster. This is a graft of a reed I did on October 17, 2020. I put under this windowsill, and I also put it under this plastic bag to create a greenhouse effect. Now I unwrapped this graft yesterday it had the plastic grafting tape. So everything with the plastic grafting tape, I'm just starting to unwrap. It is still green, so hope you can see it. And I'm hoping it being under the windowsill, it's gonna hopefully leaf out faster. We'll see. It's still green. So hopefully under the windowsill, but we'll see. I would not do this. It's just an experiment. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. But I put this under the windowsill, and the way I got this idea is because there's other cuttings I did that actually tends to leaf out much faster when I put it under the windowsill. Like this is an apple tree branches I did cuttings on, and I tried to grow the cuttings outside, and they don't seem to leaf out. But when I put it under the windowsill, under a greenhouse bag effect, it seems like it's leafing out really well. These are apple tree branches, and here's a big tree branch. I did the same thing, and tends to leaf out much faster. Like I said, I tried to grow this fig branches outside, and they all died. But when I grow it inside in a bag, put it under a windowsill, it seems to do well. So I'm just experimenting whether that same thing will do well for avocado grafts. I don't know. And same thing with this one. I use a buddy tape, so I don't have to worry about the buddy tape choking the scion. But I just put it under the windowsill, under the bag, just to see if it makes any difference. So, and here's my avocado seeds. I'm waiting. Some are rooting. I'm waiting for these so I could put them in soil. Now here's a reed graft I did in late September, and as you can see, it's nice and green. I unwrapped the plastic grafting tape about 3 weeks ago. So this is really green. So it's doing very nicely, but it hasn't leafed out yet. But you know, I did take off the plastic grafting tape, and I did wrap the buddy tape around just the place where it joins the sign wood to the original branch. But this is looking really good. It's been without that plastic grafting tape for about 3 weeks, and it's looking great. I'm just waiting for it to leaf out. I just don't know why it's taking so long to leaf out, but maybe it's just because it's winter, it's cold. Here's another graft I did. This one I did in October 15th. Now I still have the plastic grafting tape on this. I do have to unwrap it. So, I mean, it still looks green. And this is a Hass I did on October 15th. So it still looks green. I'm going to unwrap this shortly. But this too hasn't leafed out yet. And here's a Forte I did on November 15th. And I don't have to worry about this. If it takes, then it's just gonna leaf out, burst on its own. So I don't really have to worry about this because I used a buddy tape, so it'll disintegrate on its own and it'll leaf out if it makes it. If it fails, it'll just die. And these grafts on this avocado seedling I did on November 15th, and this is a Hass I did on November 15th. There's a reed, there's a Forte, and there's a, I believe it's a Gwen right there, and the one on top, let me see if I can get up there. I'm sorry, this is a Bacon, and these are all still green. And here's a Mexicola, and now I used a buddy tape on this on November 15th, so I don't really have to worry about taking these tapes off like the plastic grafting tape. So you know, if it makes it, it makes it, then it'll leaf out on its own. If it doesn't make it, it'll just die, and I'll just cut it off. But the Hass is nice and green, so we'll see. I mean, these were done on November 15th. No, I don't, because I used the buddy tape. Like if you use Parafilm or buddy tape, you could just graft it and forget about it, because if it takes, the leaf will just bust out on its own. But anyways, that's a quick I guess it's not a quick update. That's a long update on my grafting that I did within the past 3 months or so, all at various times, and some experiments I'm trying to cause these grafts that I did like 2 or 3 months ago to you know, leaf out faster. It seems like they have made it in terms of they're all green without the grafting tape. So those experiments, I'll get back to everyone. You know, those experiments I did with the Ziploc bag, covering, making a greenhouse effect, and also putting it in my windowsill. So I'll get back to everyone on those. But anyways, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, if you like this channel, please press the like and subscribe. Thanks everyone.